Over the last few days, the new congressional orientation has begun, and that's led to a lot of great photos and everything, but it's also led to a little bit of just learning stuff about the people that rule us that is deeply depressing. And this lesson is brought to us via Cori Bush. So Cori Bush had tweeted things like this picture saying change does not come from this place unless we bring it here ourselves. We're bringing change to the 117th Congress. It's an awesome photo, a reminder that like after working as an activist, she's made it. That is awesome, and she's remembering the issues that brought her there with Breonna Taylor's name on her mask there. Unfortunately, not everybody got that message because she later tweeted, "It's day one, so I'm wearing my Breonna Taylor mask. A few of my Republican colleagues have called me Breonna, assuming that's my name. It hurts, but I'm glad they'll come to know her name and story because of my presence here," which is getting me mildly choked up just a little bit. "Breonna must be central to our work in Congress." So you all know this story, it's from a couple of days ago, but there was literally no way we were not gonna do it on the show. Republican congressmen thought she was Breonna Taylor, because they also apparently think that people put their own name on their mask. They don't recognize that name at the tail end of a year where there have been countless thousands of protests about her, news coverage about her and what happened to her, updates on the trials about what happened to her and the injustice continuing. They, in late November, thought, "Oh, you're Breonna Taylor. Okay, cool, welcome to Congress." How much does that say? Getting that wrong, making that mistake, it tells you so much about these people.
Yeah, and also tells you so much about Cori Bush that instead of, obviously that's enraging and hurtful and kind of racist and ridiculous, that she was like, it hurts, but I know that I'm informing my colleagues about this case and who Breonna Taylor was and how she died. Like, that is such an example of rising above these hurtful moments, and the fact that progressives in Congress are asked to rise above so much all of the time. I mean, this is one of, sadly, I think many examples going forward that the incoming Congress people who are part of the squad, a lot of them who are black, like Mondaire Jones and Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush, they're gonna be facing a lot of this kind of, subtle, talk about microaggressions, right? Like racism, overt racism. We know that the first two Muslim Congress people, female Congress people, Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, still face an incredible amount of Islamophobia that's only going to continue. But yeah, it's ridiculous you wouldn't have heard her name at this point. I wonder if like she had worn the name George Floyd, if they'd be like, "Hey George, what's up?" So yes, that's how much of a non-reality, that's how unresponsive. And I'm sure some of those Republicans might have been from states where there have been these major incidents, and they have African American constituents among them, so who definitely know her name.
Yep. So if you've been wondering, were they listening? No, they were not listening. This is how you get no change when roughly half of our elected representatives are so checked out that they don't even know the small handful of names that have created and sustained the biggest social movement of literally our entire lives.
Yeah.
Deeply depressing. And deeply racist. If I had come in with a mask that said Ahmaud Arbery, they wouldn't assume that was my name. They did it because she's black, and they just assumed, that's probably her. They don't care. They don't care. Anyway, just a couple more graphics. She tweeted, "I am Breonna Taylor. As far as I could be a black woman murdered in my bed tonight, but I am not Breonna Taylor. She was murdered and still has not received the justice she deserves." It's just, God, it just kills you how little our elected representatives care about what's going on. Get rid of all of them, and it's so hard, and it really does feel sometimes like we're backtracking. Like For every photo like this, there you got Jamal Bowman, Senator Nikema Williams joining her there. It's awesome and it's inspirational. Then you also have things like this. Marjorie Taylor Greene saying our first session of new member orientation covered COVID in Congress. Masks, masks, masks. I proudly told my freshman class that masks are oppressive. In Georgia, we work out, shop, go to restaurants, go to work, and school without masks. My body, my choice. I'm sure that she was proud when she said it. Proudly ignorant, that's America. Proudly stupid. Proudly risking your own life and the lives of people around you. So proud of your ignorance, your willful ignorance. So you have people like Cori Bush facing this, at the very least, placid, subtle, uninterested racism. And then we also have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, people who believe that Cori Bush, because she's a Democrat, is a satanic pedophile. And we all know that about her. We know that she's anti-Semitic and xenophobic and all that. All those videos are freely available, and Republicans just voted her in. And so for every Jamal Bowman, maybe you get a Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's America, effectively.
Absolutely. Also, how much do you expect to get done in your first session if no one will come anywhere near you because you refuse to wear a mask? Cool story, it's so funny. She's like, I told my freshman class that masks are oppressive. First of all, for those of you who remember college, there was always that one girl who was like, well, I was reading in Vogue that, and you're like, we're in a Middle East studies class, girl. What are you talking about? This is Marjorie Taylor Greene is that woman who's just no one ever told her she was wrong. And here we go, and the other thing, she tweeted a video of her working out in her hotel room as a way to show off that she does CrossFit. And she is because DC gyms are closed. They're not closed apparently, but you do have to wear a mask, which she won't do. This is the kind of person who's going to get so many people sick. This is the kind of person who deserves body bags, at her doorstep, because she will absolutely kill people.
And as a continuing demonstration of how her brain is slightly smooth, she was complaining about the fact that she couldn't work out in DC, even though, as you say, she could. She could go to the gyms, she's just choosing not to because retweets are more important than just living your life the way you say you want to. But also, the video is her working out and doing a workout in a room. Evidence that you can work out at home. It seems to be working for you. Look at that. You're so proud of that workout. You're sharing it to the world. But some people will like it. Some people just want a video like that. I remember your tweet, Franny. Anyway, okay. God, it's so sad. Anyway, Cori Bush, thankfully she's on the inside. Hopefully she can get great things done.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.